Hello my velvets and welcome back. Today we will be talking about how to create an atmosphere with shadows. And I will show you one of my favorite shadow artists and show you how to make amazing shadows out of toys and things you can find around the house. Oh yo, I'm excited. Last episode we spoke a little bit about storytelling and how you can create shadow puppets of the main characters in your story. But another thing to think about is the atmosphere you can create, so that when your audience enters this space, they feel transported visually to a different world. To think, oh yo, I cannot remember any of that paperwork I was doing about lizards. Here I am, full of shadows and rocks and flying shoes. Because when people go to the theatre, it is very nice to transport them to an entirely new world. So they leave behind all of those things they worry about normally. You enter the theatre and you think, let me forget all of that. Here I am, in a new world full of possibilities, of magic, of shadows, of adventure. There is this amazing Swiss artist called Jean Tinguely. He was working in the middle of the 20th century and worked a lot in Paris in the avant-garde movement. One of the things I like best about Tinguely is his opportunities that he uses to create intrigue and mystery. A lot of darkness, but also a lot of joy too. Tinguely liked to make a lot of these beautiful sculptures. They are almost like robots or machines because they feel almost alive, the way that they move around this space, full of wires and moving contraptions and cogs, and as they turn, different parts of them catch the light and cast these beautiful and very moving shadows. He called these sculptures mematics, which is to mean a kinetic sculpture. Kinetic to mean moving. And all of these sculptures move in such interesting ways. They are not fast or quick necessarily, sometimes a very slow movement, but it captures the eye. And together you see all of these different shadows create shapes, moving together, moving apart, and it is very mesmerizing. Oh yo. One of my favorite sculptures by Tinguely is this work of art that he made. It was meant to combust, that is, to kind of fall apart and explode, but oh no, there was someone in the audience watching this sculpture. He was a fireman, and when he saw this sculpture start to fall apart and catch on fire, he thought, oh no, I must save the day. And he went and got a hose and drenched the whole thing with water, so it never got to catch on fire like it was meant to. Oh, if I was Tinguely, I'd be very annoyed at that. But the thing is, you cannot control how people react when they see your art. That is the beauty of it, I think. Another famous piece by Tinguely is this piece called Macabre. It is made up of all of these different bits of scrap metal that he found. It was from a fire that he was involved in. He was staying in this beautiful farmhouse and it caught on fire in a very scary way in the middle of the night. And everyone managed to escape, but the next morning he went back and looked through all of the stuff that was burnt and found all of these bits of scrap metal and wire and signs that had been burnt to a crisp. And he decided to take all of this debris and make it into something very beautiful. So he built this wonderful sculpture, and it is really rather big. It fills up the whole room, surrounded by light. And all these different parts of the sculpture move around and cast shadows over all of the walls in this big, big room. This piece was meant to reflect the monstrosities of the Holocaust, and it really is very arresting and unnerving. You know, to enter the room, it is very quiet, and it is very beautiful but very sad. All of these things moving in the corner of your eye. And I find it really very effective, and it stayed with me for a very, very long time afterwards. Now, there are many ways to create atmosphere in your piece. Maybe you want to think about what kind of world your show exists in. For example, are you telling a story that is set in the jungle, or in space, or under the sea? And you can look around and find things around the house to help you create that atmosphere. so that your audience really think, oh, yo, here I am in a new world full of intrigue and adventure. So, for example, I think I am telling the story of Medusa, and I think it will be set in a very dark and mysterious cave, oh, yo, full of intriguing shadows that might be snakes, but they might be plants. Who is that round the corner? Oh, it will unnerve everyone, I know it for sure. Some things that are very good for creating atmosphere are things like plants. Oh, yo, there is something about a plant that is very different from cardboard puppets or things made out of paper. They just manage to have a real texture to them. I think it's just very beautiful. See, this could be a jungle. If you were telling a show in a jungle, this would really help create some atmosphere. To put a light here and just let it cast a beautiful shadow on the wall when the audience come in. They will think, oh, where am I? In the jungle? Oh, yo, yes they are. And over here as well, similarly, oh, that could also be bat wings. Actually, these could look a little bit like bat wings. Do you see those? Oh, very scary. I hope they are not vampire bats. The thing about plants that I think is interesting is they move, you know, because they are, well, still alive. And there's something about that movement that is very intriguing. A good tip is, oh, here we go, is to have a fan. Here is a nice little fan I like to use when I get too hot. Oh, yeah, it's very nice indeed. And you can use it to create a nice... Oh, see this? Oh, I don't know if Kiki... I think Kiki does not like that. But see how it makes... Oh, no, she's running away. Kiki, are you okay? That was a big jump. So you see how... I mean, this is a very noisy fan. Ideally, you would not have one this noisy. But you see how it makes the plants move? And I think that is really quite beautiful. If you do not have a fan, then maybe you will do something like put your plant next to a window and open the window up and let the wind blow it slightly. Or you could even get a friend to blow through a very long straw. I know Kiki would happily do that for me. And that is also a very good idea. Oh, yo. Another thing that I like to think about when creating atmosphere is thinking back to some of the sculptures that Tong Lei made that moved around. Oh, yo, you can find stuff in the house. Something that moves, maybe something that goes side to side or up and down or round and round. You know, anything like a toy or something you can find in the kitchen. And to start adding things to those to make amazing shadows. For example, I'll move this down here. Oh, no. Sorry, Kiki. This is just a Lego digger that I made. I made it the other week. And it is good, I think, because obviously it moves, so it's kinetic. What you can do is you can add things to the silhouette to make it your own. So here I have made a dinosaur head. I will just add it like this. And then I can move this little lever to change the head. Oh, yo. Let me eat this plant. Oh, and the other things that I thought would be a good idea. You know, this one goes up and down with the little lever. But here I have a thing that goes round and round. This is like a little toy that I found. And it goes round like this. But what if I added some interesting shapes to it, like a Tong Lei sculpture? Well, I have cut out some different kinds of shapes. I will peg on like that, for example. Oh, yo, here we go. Here we go. Oh, see how beautiful that is? Oh, yo, look at that. It is like some kind of pirate ship. It is like fairy wings. It is like flags flying. Oh, yo, I like that very much. So you see, as there are all different ways that we can add different shapes to the things that we can find in our house. Try and find something kinetic that you might have at home and see what it's like if you add things to it. Oh, yo, thank you so much for watching with me today. I will be seeing you next time when we will be talking about presentation, how to present our shadow show, and all of the little things to think about when our audience arrive. Oh, yo, see you next time. And don't forget to press like if you have liked this episode, please. And maybe write in the comments what you liked about it. If you find anything interesting that is in your house and is kinetic, oh yo, I would love to hear about it. Maybe I can get one too and have a go. And don't forget to subscribe to mine and Kiki's YouTube channel if you want to see more of these little videos about art. Okay, see you next time. Bye!